Welcome to Domainofairsoft. This series of videos, what we're going to attempt to do is build a fully functional gun from basically discarded and scrap pieces of other guns. This is going to be the base of the gun that we're going to build. Now we actually picked this up from a guy at our local airsoft site at a fraction of the cost of what we would have paid new for it. Okay, it's a little bit battered, it's a bit beaten up, a lot of the switches and what have you are missing, but we'll replace those as and when we go along. What we also managed to pick up is a second-hand gearbox. Now we have had a look inside this. It does look like it's going to work, but obviously we don't know till we pull the trigger, and we also don't really at this stage have any idea as to what the FPS is on it. So once we get the gun working, we're happy with it. If the FPS is a little bit low, then we'll do a bit of work in the gearbox. So what we'll do now is show you how the gearbox actually goes inside the body, and we'll go from there. Right, so what we've done here is literally just split the upper and lower receiver of the body, and how we've done that is literally just by taking out that pin and the whole thing falls apart. So that bit for now we don't need. We can put that to one side and we will bring in our gearbox. Now in addition to the gearbox, what you're going to need is a small pin. That actually holds the gearbox in place and steady in the body. We're also going to need one of those. That is your mag release clip. So we'll go ahead and put this together. So the wires that are going to go to your battery go through the back of the stock. The wires that are going to go to the motor need to come through where the handle is, and then really all it is a case of lining up the trigger and clipping her into place like that. Okay. The pin fits in to there. We can just line that up, and what you'll probably need is a hammer just to put that home. So that's the pin in. Another little pin here slides into there, and then with an Allen key there's just a threaded head that goes on there like so. We can tighten that up later, that's not a big problem. And then the only other thing that we need to do is put in the mag release. This can be a little bit fiddly. It does come in a number of parts. When you strip it down, that's what you're going to have. Okay, that drops into there. You probably can't see that, but there is a little ring actually on the gearbox. So the bar sits in like that. Turn it round. On goes the spring, and then the actual button just sits on there and is screwed down. So if you just bear with me a minute, I'm going to put that screw in there because it is a little bit fiddly, and then we'll be back to you. Okay, so that's your mag release fitted. Just check that the spring is actually working there, which it is. So what we're going to do now is reintroduce the upper receiver. That simply slides on, he says, like that. Lock it down. So what you've got there now is we have the body, the barrel, the gearbox in situ, all the wiring's in the right place, all the bits and all the switches are there. In the next video what we're going to do is show you how to fit the handle and the motor, and before you know where we are, we'll have a fully functioning gun.